A strange signal was found in the spring of 2025. It wasn't coming from a star, or from a distant planet, but from an old recording stored deep in the archives of Earth. It had been lost in the noise of the past, forgotten since 1987. And now, it had returned. As if time itself had been holding it in silence. Scene shifts to Google's Quantum Research Lab, a glowing blue room full of supercomputers. It didn't begin with a telescope, or with a new satellite scanning the sky. It began with code. With algorithms that didn't just understand language, but could listen for meaning hidden in chaos. Machines that could detect what humans had missed. A project was started, not to find new things, but to train Google's quantum AI using old space data. So they fed Voyager recordings from the past, hours of signals, logs, and strange radio pulses. The AI absorbed it all, like a student learning a new alphabet. And then, it found something. We see the AI highlight a strange entry. A red marker blinks. The date is October 22, 1987. One piece of data stood out. Small. Broken. Strange. Engineers back then had called it a mistake, a glitch. Just background noise, they thought. But now, the AI saw something more. It wasn't random static. It had structure. A shape. Repeating numbers. Patterns that followed mathematical laws, like spirals found in nature. Hidden within the noise was something beautiful. Something designed. Cut to Voyager 2 in 1987, drifting past Uranus. At that moment in history, Voyager 2 was moving beyond the planets, leaving Uranus behind, heading for Neptune, and then out into the unknown. NASA had recorded a short communication dropout. It seemed unimportant. But now, that same moment had new meaning. The AI began to rebuild the lost message. It wasn't just a sound. It was a design. Like a map made from math. Written in a way no human had ever written before. The system used 3 logic states, not 2 like binary computers. It wasn't just data. It resisted being lost. It fought to stay intact, across time and space. And then something impossible happened. The AI saw parts of the signal that Voyager 2 shouldn't have been able to make. It didn't match any known Earth technology, not from the 1980s, not even today. The signal used quantum methods. It was made to survive distortion. Even interference from gravity. As if it had traveled through a storm of stars, and stayed whole. Narrator's voice grows quieter, more serious. It wasn't something Voyager 2 had sent. It was something Voyager 2 had received. Or maybe reflected. Seen, a sonar ripple spreads across empty space. The signal behaved like an echo. A pulse had been sent. And something had answered. Not by chance, but with purpose. When scientists turned the signal into sound, they heard something familiar. A steady pulse. A tone. It matched the natural frequency of Earth. Narrator whispers. 7.83 Hz. That's the Schumann resonance. The heartbeat of our planet, trapped between Earth and the sky. But this signal came from deep space. It should not have been there. And yet, Voyager 2 recorded it. Scene, a chalkboard covered in strange equations and time diagrams. Some physicists began asking strange questions. Had the signal come from the future? Was time flowing backward? Could the message have come from us? From a future version of humanity? Scene, the signal turns into a glowing 3D map. As they studied it more, a pattern appeared. The signal pointed to a location, a region of space called the scutum void. A vast, dark area believed to be empty. But in 2023, the James Webb Space Telescope had seen something unusual there. Gravity shifting. Light bending. Something moving. Narrator, softly, this changes everything. Voyager may not have just traveled far in space. It may have crossed a boundary in time. Maybe it opened a doorway. Maybe it asked a question into the dark. And now, someone, or something, has answered. Final scene,